Hey guys, it's me Sandra, TTC 45, coming to you with a 22-week bump date. Yes. Do you believe I have made it past the halfway point? And it seemed like that time went by super fast. I mean, it's almost scary. Not that I'm scared to give birth again, but if it can go by this fast, just imagine when a baby get here, how fast the baby is gonna grow. And I don't think I'm gonna be in a rush for my baby to grow up so fast. But speaking of baby, Pebbles is doing great. I had my anatomy scan done about a week and a half ago, and as usual, she did not cooperate. I don't think she liked those ultrasound probes, especially when it comes to trying to get pictures of her face. Now, she wasn't having that. So, it didn't last as long as they told me it was going to last. They told me it was going to last about an hour. It took about 15 minutes. It was over with. Their main concern is checking the organs of the baby, making sure all the organs are in the right place, and making sure the spine is where it should be. There's no abnormalities, and everything was normal. The doctor said there was no abnormalities with the baby. The baby is doing great. At that time, the baby was measuring about 1 pound even. So, and according to the ultrasound tech, that's pretty much where she's supposed to be at that time. So I was, kind of happy about that, because one of the concerns was the diabetes possibly causing the baby to overgrow, and they wanted to wait till my 20-week scan to see how well the baby was growing, and at this point they have no concerns. I do have to go back though in about 2 weeks for actually now just a week, for a heart scan of the baby, and then 2 weeks after that I go for a growth scan. There's a lot of more things that they're doing now that they didn't do when I had my kids. So yeah, I'm going for a heart scan and a growth scan. Many of you have seen my pictures from my trip. I had a wonderful time. I mean, it was just too short. Those pictures just didn't do it justice at all. I mean, the resort, the hospitality down there, the food, the fine Dominican men. I mean, you name it. It was nice. My granddaughter enjoyed herself too. And I thank you all for the compliments on the pictures. So those of you who have not seen my maternity photo shoot, go to my pictures. I don't know how to link that stuff at the top like some of you guys know how to do. But yeah, I did do my maternity photo shoot. And as promised, I uploaded it on social media. So now everybody knows that I'm pregnant. And Lord knows when I uploaded those pictures, my phone was ringing off the hook. If it wasn't my phone ringing, it was my inbox messages. I mean, that shocked everybody. Everybody was like, wait, what? A lot of my family members was just hearing this for the first time. So I'm glad I got that out of the way, because that is a big burden lifted off of my shoulder. So I was really, felt overwhelmed with the many blessings and the congratulations that I was getting. There were people who didn't respond, and I was okay with that. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. There are those holier than thou people out there that don't understand the whole circumstance, and they just, mind just run and think they know everything, but they don't. But yeah, I was just really overwhelmed with people supporting me. I had my girlfriends calling me, and some of them felt, not special because they didn't know. And I had to make sure they understood that they weren't the only ones that did not know. So it wasn't about, who was and who was not special, who I trusted, who I didn't trust. I had it all planned, and that's just the way it fell, so... And as you guys remember, I don't have any plans of doing a baby shower. However, after I finally opened up to all of my friends and family, that's the number one question I'm always being asked. Are you having a baby shower? When is the baby shower? When is the baby shower? Let me know when the baby shower. I feel like I have to have a baby shower now. And so I called my cousin back because she was the first one that asked me about a baby shower, and she wanted to be the one to give it to me. And so I asked her, I said, well, if I can choose where I wanted the baby shower to be, it's okay for me to have one. I said, because I wasn't planning on having a baby shower to begin with, but if I'm going to have a baby shower, I want it to be unique and I want it to be different. So she agreed to that, and I found the perfect place. It's going to be at a paint and sip. I know you guys know about the paint and sip where you go and you paint and you drink wine while you're painting. Only this is going to be non-alcoholic wine. But I thought that was a perfect place to have it. It's very elegant. Children are allowed there, and they don't charge much. It was very affordable, and we set the date to have it at the Paint and Sip on December the 16th. So it looked like I am going to be having a baby shower after all. And if anybody asks, I am registered with Amazon.com just under my name, Sandra Wiley. I'm registered at Bye Bye Baby, and I'm also registered at Target.com. So it's Target.com, Bye Bye Baby, and Amazon.com. So those are the three places I'm registered at. But none of y'all do not have to feel no type of obligations to send me anything. I'm just putting that out there. So I also wanted to discuss what's been going on with the pregnancy so far. So Pebbles pretty much handled the trip very well. I mean, the only time I had issues is I had to take a broken flight to the Dominicans. I had to fly from Chicago to Florida and then from Florida to the Dominican. Well, that first trip from Chicago to Florida, she didn't do too well. And when I got up from my seat to get off, I couldn't even walk. I was in so much pain, and I thought, oh my God, I haven't even started my vacation. Already this baby is acting up. But thanks be to God, whatever that was going on with me at that time cleared up quick. Because by the time the flight took off from Florida to the Dominicans, I was fine. So I had no more problems. After that, even when I got to the Dominicans, the entire time I was on my trip, I had no problems. And coming back, it was the same way. I flew from the Dominicans to Florida and from Florida to Chicago. Absolutely no problem. So I'm very glad that she cooperated. I did purchase some insurance just in case an emergency arises and I had to go to the emergency room or something, because your insurance don't cover you when you are outside of the U.S. So I wanted to make sure I purchased some traveling insurance just in case that happened. And thank God nothing like that happened. I ain't even as much as get bit by a mosquito. I saw a couple, but I didn't get bit by any, and thank God. So yes, I had a beautiful time on my trip, and Pebbles did wonderful on the trip. Pebbles now is more laid back now. She don't move at night. She kind of got her sleep schedule on a real schedule now. She don't sleep. I mean, she sleep really well overnight. But during the day, yeah, she's on her little gymnastics, acrobatic, cheerleading. Yeah, that's her during the day, all day. And she does well sleeping at night. So I don't have sleeping issues no more. I really think my sleeping issues was related to my already sleep apnea. I'm actually sleeping a lot better, which is good. So I'm glad of that. I kind of wonder how she's positioned in my body, because I feel a lot of pressure in my pelvic area. Matter of fact, I feel more movement down in my pelvic area. And so I went to the doctor the other day, and I told her, I said, I think I'm going to have to see a chiropractor or something. I said, because I think this baby is between my pelvic and my back. I did have back issues prior to pregnancy, and I was taking medication, but because I'm pregnant, I cannot take those medications. So they are going to send me to a maternity chiropractor, thank God, to help me release some of the pressure off the nerve, because I do have sciatica, and I also have, what's the other one called? I always have trouble pronouncing the other back issue, lumbar radiopathy. I think is how you pronounce a lumbar radiopathy. I have both of those, and it's the narrowing of the nerve back there, and so I really think that her position is more towards the bottom to the back. I don't feel her a lot at the top, even though my bump is more up high, and I think it's because all of my organs and stuff are pushing up. So yeah, so they are going to order me a visit with the maternity chiropractor to see if I can get some help with pain relief off of that. Other than that, when they ask me have I have any issues, I'm like, no. I mean, honestly speaking, this is the best pregnancy I've ever had. The only problem is, as you get older, you can't handle that exhaustion as much as you can when you're younger. When I was younger, I can be exhausted and I can still go like the Energizer Bunny. But this exhaustion is real, and it's like every so many weeks it's getting lower and lower and lower. Like I can't stand more than 3 to 5 minutes without getting tired. I can walk, longer than that without getting tired, but I can't sit and I can't stand longer than that. I'm exhausted. So yeah, it's that's the only part that's really taking its toll on my body. But other than that, I'm handling everything that comes my way. This is what I wanted. This is what I asked for. I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm just, trying to stay healthy, trying to keep all my diabetes and blood pressure and everything that goes along with of age women. I'm trying to keep all of that under control because I want Pebbles to stay in there as long as she can. Right now, they're saying 37 weeks, and that's only based off of my diabetes. But I did talk to the maternal fetal medicine, and I asked him, is there a possibility I can go at least to 39 weeks? And he said that as long as my diabetes was under control and I was not having any issues, no blood pressure issue or any other issue, he doesn't see why not I cannot go up to 39 weeks. But he said it would be up to my OB. That's funny because my OB told me it was up to the maternal fetal medicine. So they need to get that communication right, because I need to know, are y'all or are y'all not going to let me go to at least 39 weeks, at least 38 weeks? I just don't want another January baby. My twins were born in January. One birthday in January is enough. I just don't have the energy or the money or nothing to celebrate 2 separate birthdays right after Christmas. So I'm hoping, if not 39 weeks, at least 38 weeks. That would take me into the first week of February. But we'll see. So I go back to see my OB in a week, I believe, and then I'll probably start going to see him a lot sooner, because then I'll be 24 weeks, and he told me that once I get 24 weeks, I'll be coming to see him a lot more often. And then once I get 32 weeks, it's going to be even more often. So yeah, pretty soon that time is winding down. I'm almost at that viability stage where the baby can survive outside of the womb, and I'm waiting to get to that next milestone, and all my worries or fears will be over with. And and I don't have any worries or fears now. I mean, this baby been doing great since this baby been implanted. And part of the reason is because I chose to use a younger donor, which I have no regrets of doing that, because as you can see, the baby is fine. Everything with the tests that was being done were all fine. And speaking of tests, that little non-invasive genetic test, that is not paid for by your insurance. The doctors don't tell you that. They'll talk you into taking the test, and they'll tell you, the reason why it's important for you to take the test. But the one thing they don't tell you is the insurance doesn't cover that. So when I got a letter from my insurance telling me they wasn't covering that, and I found out how much that test cost was over $10,000, I'm like, dang, the pre-genetic test don't even cost that much. But I called the clinic because I wanted to know why didn't they not tell me it was not covered. The clinic told me not to worry about nothing. They said the insurance company is going to send me a letter saying they're not covering it. They said, but that's okay. They said they've already worked out something with the laboratory where they're not going to be charging me. She said, now if you receive a letter from the laboratory, then you give us a call. Well, I haven't received anything from the laboratory, so I'm hoping she's right on that, because I was really upset when I got that letter, especially when they talking about over $10,000. I'm like, yeah, all right. So yeah, just so y'all know, if you get offered that test, make sure you check to see who's going to pay for it, whether it be the clinic to pay for it or whether it be your insurance to pay for it. Now, I know I just got back from vacation, but in 2 weeks I will be leaving on another short vacation. I am going to Vegas. It's a mini vacation because it's only for the weekend from Thursday to Tuesday. And I'm going to visit my cousin. She lives in Vegas now, and we're just going to hang out in Vegas on the strip for a little bit and, do the things that the Vegas people do, only it's going to be rated PG, and it definitely ain't going to have no alcohol in it. But yeah, this will be my last vacation before the baby is born. I'm trying to get everything in while I could before this baby get here, because then everything going to be put on hold after she get here. So I am going to be doing that the first weekend of November, and I'm getting prepared for that trip. And once I get back from that trip, I am going to start being focused on getting my room together for the baby, because I have a lot of work that needs to be done. So because I'm not physically able to do all of this by myself and I have to have help getting it done, it's going to be done in bits and pieces. So it's probably going to take about 2 or 3 months before it's finished. So I figure I get started when I get back from my trip. It should be all good to go by the time she gets here. I decided I was not going to do any more shopping for the baby, at least not, hot buys or high buys or anything like that, because I went on ahead and decided on the baby shower. But I do belong to a lot of reward programs, and I've been using a lot of my reward points to purchase little things like baby sleepers and undershirts and things like that. So, excuse me, I'm still buying things like that. And of course, if I'm at a store and I see a cute little outfit that I can't resist, I might pick up something like that. But I completely stopped doing all the excuse me, I'm coming down with a little cold. I completely stopped doing all the baby shopping, because I want to see, if anything, what I get for the baby shower before I spend any more money, because I'm now focused on saving my money so that I can take off as long as I need when the baby is born. With my job, I can take off only up to 6 weeks with pay. And then, depending on the circumstances, after that, I could take up an additional 3 to 4 months of short-term disability. And then after 6 months, that's it. So I can possibly take off 6 months with pay, but I can take off an additional 6 months up to a year without pay. So the only way that I will be able to determine how long I'm going to be off, it has to be based on how much money I will have when the baby is here. So I'm still working as much as overtime as I can, as long as I have the strength and the energy to do it, putting the money aside, trying not to overdo it with all these baby buys. So that's why I put a stop to that. And just waiting to see what's going to happen come December the 16th. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Everything is going well. I mean, I couldn't be more happier. I can't complain. Trying to see if I forgot anything. I don't think I forgot something. If I did, it's because of the pregnancy brain. So I'm just going to blame it on that right now and probably bring it up in another video. I did record a video that I have not updated while I was on my trip, and it talked about my donors. So I'm going to upload that video shortly. But I wanted to make sure I got this bump date put in there. I want to send a shout out to Lisa and Lindsay on a Big Fat P. Ladies, you just don't know how excited I am for you guys. And it is always a wonderful feeling when you find out somebody has got their Big Fat P. Especially those who have been trying for a long time and they finally got blessed with what they've been trying to get. Me, I would have been disappointed if I didn't get pregnant, but I got 4 kids. So I always feel happier for those who don't have kids than those of us who do have kids. So I am just so over the moon for you guys. I wish you nothing but a happy pregnancy, a healthy pregnancy, and definitely a healthy baby. So I just wanted you guys to know I love you guys. I'm going to be following you guys. Can't wait to see the bump dates. And Chris and Joe, I'm waiting on that big fat P. So I'm going to be following you guys until we get that big fat P. And to the rest of you ladies who's out there getting ready to do your IVF, your IUI, or your FETs, or whatever it is in the stage of your journey to get your bundle of joy, I'm here 100% supporting you guys. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Sticky Baby does to all of you guys. And I really, really thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for sticking it out with me and supporting me through this journey. I cannot wait till my Pebbles come out so she can meet you guys and see the guys that's been my A1s from day ones, that's been my supporters from day one. So I'm just really, really glad to be in this position that I am in. I do plan on coming back after my trip to Vegas with another bump day. Now, while I'm in Vegas, my cousin has scheduled me a 3D ultrasound. Now, I wasn't doing no more 3D ultrasounds till I got like 30 weeks. But she said she wanted to have a chance to go with me to my ultrasound appointments. And since she can't make it up here to Chicago, she scheduled me one down there. So I will have a 3D ultrasound. I'm hoping that Pebbles cooperates so you guys get to see her face. If not, I'm just going to wait till I get 30 weeks. And that's the one that I plan to do. And that's probably going to be right around my baby shower time. Okay, so let me get up, guys, and let you see my bump. That's a shame fat girl can't get up. Okay, ladies, here's the bump. And many of you have seen it on my pictures that I took on my trip. So yep, it's definitely getting out there. She's a growing baby. She's a growing baby. So yeah, ladies, I am so excited. My time is winding down, but I still got time, and I'm definitely not in no rush. So Sticky Baby does to all of you ladies, and I love you guys. Bye.